Jack, you've been pier manning. How's things looking out there on the pier, man?
Cold.
Yeah? Just like here.
Yeah, we missed Arkansas yesterday. We had some bus trouble.
We heard a little battery died on the boat.
Yeah, I thought we weren't going to.
So you got to go to rendezvous?
Yeah. Got to rendezvous. Ended up going to bed. All right.
Thanks for joining us. And we'll get to the Q&A with the group here. Thank you.
Like after getting the taste of, the way you were last year, having a good season last year, how much does that propel you in the off season? What's your focus been?
I think it just drives me more as much as anything. Bouncing around between the rotation and the bullpen, finding some weaknesses in my game, some weaknesses in my preparation, and trying to knock that out this off season. Working on a couple of new weapons and making sure I'm ready to go as a starter and see what we can do in spring.
Has that been different for you compared to last offseason in terms of your preparation and now this year knowing that maybe it's going to be geared more looking forward and staying in the running for one of those rotation spots, I guess?
Yeah, definitely. Last year I prepared knowing coming in I was going to be a reliever from day one. Kind of took every day as shorter, more intense. Just preparing for I'm going to go out and throw 15 to 30 pitches a day. This year is structured more like a starter. Some days are lighter, some days you really get after it, throw a little longer bullpen. Just changes the conditioning a little bit, the lifting a little bit, throwing program a little bit. So just coming in this year, my whole off season plan has just been making sure physically and mentally I'm in a spot to be prepared to try to throw 200 innings.
What are the pitches that you're introducing?
So we're gonna tread this off season. We were looking over my arsenal a little bit. I knew coming in the kind of the main thing on my checklist was working on changeup. So we've been working on that, and then trying to steal a page out of Monty's book. We're working on a little bit of a smaller curveball too. So might have a couple different shapes this spring.
Change was such a deal, basically, 23 different groups to try to figure it out.
So far, we're only on number 2, and this one's got some traction to it. I'm liking where it's at. It's actually they're calling it the kick change, so it's a little bit different. Put a little bit of spin on it, get a little more depth to it.
Coming this spring this year, what do you think is going to be your biggest strength? I mean, you learned so much about yourself and also how this game works in 2023. Do you feel like you can come this spring with a little bit more of a launch pad for yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. I had a big shift last year after I blew that game in Chicago. They're about June, July. Of just, I hit a new level after that as far as trusting my stuff in the zone and just going right at guys. Strike one, biggest thing for me. Just trying to carry that momentum into spring. I think I'm in a really good spot. I've learned a lot about the game, a lot about getting big league hitters out the second or third time through the order, or failing to get them out the third time through the order, and kind of a couple of adjustments I need to make on that.
When the Cardinals are signing 3 free agent starting pitchers in the offseason, do you look at it like, well, every team needs 6 starting pitchers and I'm going to be in that mix? Or do you immediately think, if that doesn't work out, I'm going to be the best I can out of the bullpen? How do you see that?
I look at it as, I think there are 3 great veteran signings. I think it's going to be some great leadership. Just looking at the group of guys that we have and the way they play the game, I think coming in, we're gonna have a different chip on our shoulder this year. Those guys are gamers, and I'm really looking forward to competing against them in the spring. As far as me personally, I'm just gonna come in the spring and try to make their jobs a little harder and put some pressure on them, and we'll see what happens.
ZacK, as you kind of had to swing back and forth between goals and message or whatever else you were doing from up top last year, do you find yourself maybe chasing it more than you thought there would be maybe in a spot where you can be comfortable being yourself rather than trying to do something that has to do this, I have to do this, be you?
Yeah, I think that was something that was kind of eye-opening once I moved into the rotation there at the end. It was like, I feel like I wasted part of last year, especially when I was in Memphis, just chasing things. Just what is it that I need to do to be able to stick in whatever role they want me to do? And going into this year, it's just I'm going to prepare the way I need to prepare, and we'll see what happens. But I think I'm in a good spot as far as just the work I've been putting in, and we'll let them make the decision coming in the spring, and just see what happens. I'm just excited to help this team bring a championship back to the state.
Yeah, last year with having to go to Memphis and adjust to the ABS system, putting back up and adjusting to, just a large strike zone, does that force you, does that teach you anything about yourself as a pitcher, or force you to kind of attack different ways and use your arsenals to, adjust for the different skill set?
Yeah, the ABS, I felt like I had to make a big adjustment with my game. You can't stick a fastball anywhere above the belt to hitters in AAA. It's just not a strike. And for me, it's a little tough. The fastball up covers my curveball. So I had to switch to more of a pound the bottom of the zone fastball, mixing the slider a lot more, which helped me in the long run coming back up. The slider turned into a weapon. But yeah, the ABS definitely changed the game.
How does that, when you get the slider, then have a mix of curveballs or unbreakables, sort of change it? How would that fit as a routine? You think you can still utilize all those pitches if you're out?
We'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. Some of those pitches may or may not be needed in shorter spurts. Really, this offseason, I haven't tried to look at it as I'm going to be a reliever. It's what arsenal do I need to be a consistent starter, to take the ball 30 times a year and put up innings. How do I get through a lineup 3 times, maybe more? So I really haven't thought about what pitches I would need to scrap to go to the bullpen yet.
Right. What's behind sort of the changes you make with the curveball? Is it really more of an addition to another curveball, or is it changing the way you throw it with a curveball? What's behind that?
Yeah, it's an additional pitch. Looking to throw it harder, a little smaller. Looking for strikeouts. Looking back at my curveball numbers last year, I leaned on it hard, and guys didn't hit it hard a ton, but I didn't get the whiff I needed on it. I need to be able to get those strikeouts, avoid wasting some pitches, getting into my pitch count. So going after some strikeouts with the additional curveball this year.
In terms of stuff we're able to take from if you kind of watch it pitch through the fall, it's really kind of get stronger as the year went. Are there lessons to take from that, whether it's body stuff or strength, however he was able to do that? Are there lessons to take out of what he did that you kind of tap into for him?
Yeah, Monty's one of the best lefties in the game right now. He's doing a few things right. But the biggest thing with him, I feel like he's just an all-out competitor, and that showed in the fall. Just having that extra gear when the game's on the line, when the pressure's on, every game matters. I think there's a lot to be said for the way he goes about his game, especially in the postseason. I think I missed one start in the postseason. But yeah, keeping up with him in the strat was sucked to see him go. But I'm glad those guys got to end on a high note this year.
Is that somebody you talk to in the sense of?
Yeah, I've talked to Monty a few times this offseason, so I'm once out in Carolina. Excited to see where he lands. Maybe I'll line up against him this year.
Everybody good? All right. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it.